Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at something pretty special, the 2026 Volkswagen Kombi. This one brings back the iconic van vibe, but with modern twists. So stick around, we'll walk through the exterior, the interior, the performance, and of course the pricing. Let's start with how it looks. Up front you can see those unmistakable VW design cues, the bold grille, sleek LED or modern headlamps, the broad nose and the slightly retro feel body lines that nod to the old Kombi heritage. The side profile is strong, large windows, generous door openings, and a roofline that hints at space inside. At the rear you get high tail lights, a big tailgate or sliding door depending on version, and the stance just feels confident. What caught my eye is how VW has balanced nostalgia with freshness. You see the classic van silhouette, but with crisp edges and contemporary details. Moving inside, the interior is roomy. You've got ample headroom, shoulder room, leg room for multiple rows, especially if you go for the 8-seater version. The materials feel good. Soft touch surfaces, modern infotainment screens, USB-C ports, etc. One of the interesting bits is the storage and modularity. The seating can be configured, maybe removed or folded, depending on which market version you're looking at. You'll also find a decent tech suite, connectivity with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, driver assistance features, good ergonomics in the driver's zone. On the flip side, being a van-based vehicle you can still sense some compromises. For example, the ride height is higher than a sedan, visibility rearwards might be slightly constrained by the body shape, and depending on spec the finish might not match a luxury SUV. But if you measure what you're getting versus what you expect, it's a strong package. Now on to how it drives. Performance depends on engine specification, but overall the Kombi delivers a comfortable ride. On the open road it cruises well, the gearing and power are tuned for carrying people or load, so you won't feel like it's underpowered compared to its size. That said, around town you may notice typical van traits, a bit of body roll, a higher driving position, maybe a touch of bulk when maneuvering tight spaces. Fuel economy in mixed driving is reasonable for this class, not sedan economy, but competitive for a van MPV. The suspension does a decent job of smoothing lumps, and the cabin is quiet enough that longer journeys feel comfortable. If you load it with passengers or gear, the pulling power holds up. All told, for families or groups this could be a very practical driving experience. Finally, let's talk about pricing, always a key question. Depending on market and spec, the Kombi is positioned to deliver good value given its size and versatility. For instance, in some markets the Kombi 2.0 TDI version is listed around R1,055,200 for the 125 kilowatts 8-seater Life Auto SWB in South Africa. Of course, taxes, import duties, options and local conditions in countries like Pakistan will alter that price. And you'll want to factor in running costs, service, parts availability. When you compare what you get, space, tech, brand backing, you can argue it stacks favorably versus alternatives. But always check local pricing, spec levels, and actual on-the-ground costs. To wrap up, if you're looking for a vehicle that blends the heritage of the Kombi name with modern usability, roomy interior, flexible seating, decent tech, and the ability to carry people or gear in style, then the 2026 Volkswagen Kombi is well worth a look. It's not going to be sporty like a compact hatchback, but it isn't meant to be. Instead, it fills the niche of lifestyle van, multi-purpose vehicle nicely. If you'll be using it for family trips, group transport, maybe even some adventure gear loading, I'd say this is a compelling option.